So your ex just left you and you're doing anything and everything to get them back right now. And that's the most dangerous mentality to have during a breakup. Today's video is all about the no contact rule and the power of time. And by the time you finish this video, you'll understand why time is the most precious and powerful ally that you have after the breakup. So one reason why time after the breakup and going no contact is powerful for you is because it allows you the opportunity to cool off. Emotions are running rampant, emotions are running high on both ends, and you're obsessing over your ex. You're doing whatever it takes. You're pulling out all of the stops to get them back. You need to reel yourself in because you're going through a breakup process, you're going through a grieving process. There's a hole in your heart right now, and you're doing things that you normally wouldn't do. You're acting out of character because you need to fill that void of the person that you were in love with not being in your life anymore, not wanting to carry on anything romantic with you, not wanting to have to continue to build a future. So you're doing everything that you can think of, and you're doing the unthinkable to try to get them back. So you need to pull back because you need to know that you're doing a lot of detrimental behavior. Right now, you're just adding to the fact that your ex sees you as unattractive, and every mistake that you make and every behavior that you're doing is adding towards that level of unattractiveness. So you need to pull all the way back because you're trying to fix it right now. You can't fix it. You can't convince your ex. You can't negotiate attraction. So you need to pull all the way back. Going no contact is going to allow that time for the emotions to die down and allow that pain and that hurt to die down as well. So you need to step away from your ex and get back to yourself.
You gotta keep in mind, time is the biggest band-aid, you guys. Like T said, you can't force anything to happen. Just let it go with the flow. Stay busy, keep your mind busy, go with the flow. Because right now is the time for them to regret their decision, okay? Right now is the time where they gotta sit back and they gotta think about what they did and the mistake that they made. They messed up. They're the one that actually broke up with you. They broke up with a good person. If or when they do come back to you guys, you need to show them that you are that better person that they had in their mind that made them decide to actually reach back out to you, okay? Give them the time to think about it. While they're thinking about it, man, Murphy wasn't that bad. Murphy was really, he was okay. I remember when we first started dating and he was so cool. We were always laughing and having a good time and we weren't arguing and, he was really like motivated with his life, and then he just got real lazy and this and that. You guys, you gotta be that person that she fell in love with, okay? Think about it. There's a reason why you guys started dating, why you became girlfriend and boyfriend. There's a reason why they agreed to marry you, whatever the case may be. All right? You gotta understand they are in love with the person that they met, okay? You need to be that person because that's obviously what they're attracted to. They're attracted to the person that has motivation in life, the person that stayed busy and who was mentally stable at the time. Now you're just like, you're just throwing apart, a breakup got in your head, and now you're just, just crying and hurting and sad and depressed, and you're not doing nothing with yourself. Why would they even want to come back to you? What do you think? Like, just think in your head. If somebody reached out to you and they're crying and begging all the time and they're just so gloomy and down and depressed, like, do you have any type of motivation to hang out with somebody like that? If you knew somebody that was always just talking about how miserable life is and was crying every time you hung out, you're trying to have a good time, like you're cool, you're happy, and then you're hanging out with somebody that's just like just like randomly just crying, and you'd be like, man, I don't want to hang out with this mother. There's no fun in it. There's nothing exciting about hanging out with somebody that's sad and depressed and crying. But on the other hand, if you have somebody that's like motivated in life and they're happy and they're cool and they're charming and you have a good time with them and they're, you guys are doing new things together, they're teaching you new things, and they're just a better person and they're making you a better person, you would love to hang out with that. I would love to hang out with somebody, like me personally, I would love to hang out with somebody that was smarter than me, motivated like me, a healthy person and really cared about themselves and cared about me at the same time, like something like that. That's perfect. That's like ideal, like person you want to be around. So that's the type of person you need to be. You got to think about it. Would you date yourself? Look at yourself. Look at all the traits that you have. Would you date somebody like yourself? Somebody that's down and depressed and sad and hurt and crying and begging? Someone that's broke and doesn't even iron their clothes and dresses all bummy and funky and all that. Change yourself into somebody that's the complete opposite of that.
We have rose-colored glasses after a breakup. We're idealizing our ex, and we don't really have a level of self-awareness as far as what we're doing during the breakup that is just adding more fuel to the fire. And we don't get a chance to really look at ourselves from an objective point of view to say, look, if the shoe was on the other foot, if I broke up with my ex, and if I left them and they were acting the way that I'm acting, I wouldn't take them back. And you know that, but you're in the throes of a breakup and you don't get a chance to look at yourself objectively to say, wow, what I'm doing is really hurting the situation. I wouldn't want my ex back if they were acting like that. If they were doing that to try to get me back, I wouldn't like it. So you need to use this time to give your ex buyer's remorse. They made a decision, and the decision that they made, you're validating their decision by your uncharacteristic behavior. You're essentially telling your ex, you're making a great decision to leave me right now. I wasn't the person that you fell in love with. So you're validating and reaffirming their decision. So right now you need to use that time for them to think about, like you said, they need to think about the decision that they made. Because when you're in their face, all you're doing is just saying, you made a great decision to leave me. And another reason why the power of time is essential during the breakup and going no contact is because it allows you time to heal. Just like we just said, your ex needs to think about their decision in great detail. You need to pull back and heal from this, because right now you're experiencing a lot of emotionally heightened situations. You're doing things that your family and your social circle, when they hear about the things that you're doing, they think that is uncharacteristic of you, that it's out of character for you. Looking back at myself, I did a lot of things that I couldn't believe that I was doing at the time. But the thing is, you're not thinking like your normal self, because you're thinking, you're in a position of desperation, you're in a position of neediness. So that's not who you normally are. So you're doing things that it's like having an out of body experience. And all of the things that are going on, all of the physiological things that are going on, that pain that you're feeling is expressed through the night terrors. It's expressed through cold sweats and not eating and crying yourself to sleep and having nightmares and staying in bed longer than you normally would because you don't want to go out into the world and face another day without your ex. So you need to pull back and heal from this, because if you keep doing what you've been doing, you're really going to not only push your ex away, but you're doing a lot of detrimental things for your physical health and your mental health. And you really have to put yourself first and say, wow, I need to really take care of myself right now, because what I'm doing right now is not eating healthy. Maybe you're overindulging in food and you're not going to the gym and you're not meditating like you normally would. You're really off track. You really have to take a step back and heal. We talk about how to heal in our private coaching sessions. So if that's something of interest to you, definitely reach out. The link is in the description. But take this time to heal yourself, because if you keep going down this path, it's going to lead to a very dark place, a lot darker than where you are right now.
Another thing that you guys need to do with your time is this time between you and your ex going on right now. During this breakup, you guys need to really seriously improve yourself and focus on yourself. You guys, okay, back in my cake boy days, after my breakup with my ex, I did the same thing you guys did. I was watching videos, I was reading all types of books, I was talking to all types of friends, getting this advice. But the thing is, you can only watch so many videos, read so many books, and it's not going to do anything for you unless you go out there and take action for it. You can watch our videos all day, all week, nonstop. You can read all day, nonstop. But the thing is, you got to apply the stuff that you're actually getting from us, you guys. Apply the stuff you're getting from these books. You guys really need to go out there and seriously hit that gym up. While you're watching this video right now, man, you should be down doing push-ups, watching this video at the same time.
All right, listen to this at the gym.
And what's funny, I used to do that too.
Yeah, I did it too.
At the gym, you know what I'm saying? While you're doing your push-ups, your bench presses and all that, on the treadmill, watch this video, you know? If you're not watching us, watch something that keeps you motivated. I even type in motivational videos on YouTube. You know, something will pop up that'll help motivate you if we don't. You know, if you need help on, you know, dating and relationships, you know, we got a Patreon page, or make sure you have a reputable dating coach that can actually help you out and walk you through all that. Just make sure you get the right information from the right person, and you guys actually apply it. And just quit sitting on your ass and just like watching videos and, you know, playing video games. You guys really got to apply the stuff that we're teaching you.
And another reason why time is powerful after the breakup and going no contact is because it allows your ex to miss you. and we talked about they need to regret the decision, they also need to miss you. Because though they may regret the decision that they made, if you keep acting in a way that's unattractive and uncharacteristic and just straight up and down negative, you're not replacing the perception that your ex has of you after the breakup, and they won't have a desire, have an impetus to reach out to you again. So by you going dark and working on yourself, it's going to allow them to really think about the good times in the relationship, all of the special moments that they had, what brought you guys together. And the problem with that is, by you doing a lot of the detrimental, unsavory behavior, you're not giving your ex a lot of time to look at things in totality, because all they can see is what is in front of them. All they can see is what's happening right now, and by you just reinforcing their decision. So by you giving space and giving time to your ex and to the situation, allowing things to breathe, now they can say, wow, you know what? I remember when we went to Cedar Point that summer, and that was the time that I really felt that we were bonding and falling in love. And I thought that I couldn't even fall in love. I thought those feelings were dormant. And they really showed me some new colors about life, and they have a chance to remember, especially during these times right now. Halloween is coming up. I remember the first time we went to Michael's Halloween party, and I saw them there, and I remember he came up to me and we talked, and we were flirting and things like that, and that's where we met. I remember that. As opposed to Halloween is coming up, and that was the time that you guys met, and then you're still blowing their phone up. You're basically counteracting any nostalgic feelings that they may have that might come up for them. So right now, take this time to pull all the way back and allow them to miss you. Because we always say attraction builds through space, and that mystery and that curiosity, that has to build for your ex to reach out to you. And if you're in their face, they can't do that. You can't be on your ex's mind if you're in their face. So you have to disappear and give that time for your ex to really think about you in a positive light.
Guys, like I keep saying, time is the biggest band-aid. You let that get that space, get that nice little space going between you guys. Not all breakups are bad breakups, you guys. You gotta look at it like that. But you guys are just scared to death, just terrified, living with anxiety, thinking that's completely done and over with. But you know what? That's not always the case. Sometimes it is, but it's not always the case. Sometimes that space will actually bring you guys a lot closer to each other. So you guys gotta let that attraction build. You gotta get that time and space between you guys work its magic. She's not gonna be more attracted to you if she sees you every single day. Even when you're dating each other, you guys gotta have a little bit of time apart for yourselves. At a certain point, one or the other may pull away because of that. Maybe they are getting a little bit tired of you, and they may say, even though I love Murphy to death, I just need like a little bit of time away from myself. And then what typically happens is the guy gets a little, oh, wait a minute, how come she's not really returning my phone calls at a reasonable time like she used to do? Guys, hey, sometimes in situations like that, you guys gotta be cool with that and let her get that little bit of space, okay? Works for females too. If the guy pulls away, give him that little bit of space. Let him have his time. But you know what? All that does is bring you closer to each other.
Attraction is one of the building blocks of a relationship. Not just physical looks, but attraction is a melting pot of a lot of different things. So right now, your ex left you because they're not attracted to you anymore. And you need this time to let that attraction simmer and eventually bubble up to the surface. And by you continuing to do what you've been doing, it's not working. It's just pushing them away. Attraction is all about magnetism. You're repelling your ex right now. You need to give that space for them to come to you. You don't need to come to them. They need to come to you. It's their decision to leave. It's going to be their decision to come back. And all you need to do is go your own way. And that's why we have 6 powerful reasons why walking away creates attraction. So you need to click on that video right there. We got 6 powerful reasons. Click that video, and we'll see you on the flip side.
Peace.